Hey guys, welcome to Nerd News with Z's.
Yes,
Excuse me.
here we are.
We're gonna hit the ground running tonight. In the world of movies, the arcade game Outrun is gonna be given the live-action treatment with Michael Bay in the director's chair and Sydney
Explosion
Sweeney,
Man himself.
Michael Bay Explosion himself, exactly, and Sydney Sweeney as a producer. Jason Rothwell is on script duties, but we don't have any plot details yet. But I remember playing this game in all the arcades, like in when we're waiting for movies to start, because movies back then had actual arcade games,
Good times.
not like bowling and stuff. Which that's cool.
Bowling's cool. I like it.
I like the evolution of that of the arcade at the movies, but sometimes you just want that old coin operated video game. You know what I mean? And Outrun was one of them. Oh, dude! And then it was over at pizza places. Peter Piper and all that stuff. Yeah, it was so fun. But there was no story behind it. You just drove and tried not to crash. And that was it.
I could see them doing maybe like a speed sort of thing.
Like a speed? Oh, okay. I could see that. All right.
Very simple thing, like someone's
get Keanu in there.
Yeah, very simple thing. Just like, hey, you've got to go, and if you stop, some bad thing happens.
Okay.
Or whatever. I could see,
I could see that. All right. I didn't think about that. But then again, my mind isn't firing on all cylinders right now.
Plus, it's perfect for Michael Bay. Like, the guy whoever's doing the driving causes some accidents, explosions all over the highways.
Yeah,
it's tremendous.
Okay, yeah. I can see it. All right, so we'll have more on that as it develops. But, I'm color me intrigued. I'm not outright excited for it, but, I'll see where it goes. Because while I despise Michael Bay's version of the Transformers, every other movie that he's done is quite entertaining.
Everyone except the first Transformers movie was good.
You know what? I'll give you that.
Yeah, the first Transformer movie was great. It's tremendous.
I'll give you that.
Still in my heart.
Yeah. So moving on, the Academy behind the Oscars is implementing a new rule that all of the Academy members to be eligible to vote in any of the Oscars final categories must review and actually watch every film in those categories.
That is nominated.
Huh? Yes. Like every film that's nominated, they got to watch. Which, have they not been doing that this whole time? Because I know a couple of them actually tweeted, "Oh man, I didn't even watch this one," and that threw the movie world into a tizzy for a little bit. Like, dude, how can you not watch this? How can you and vote for this?
Exactly.
And I'm totally behind that because, dude, you're throwing around favoritism and stuff.
Exactly. Like, how do you really know that this one movie was better than this one if you didn't watch both?
Exactly.
It's that's very strange if they haven't been doing that this whole time.
I think that's dumb. But, now it's a rule. I don't know how they're going to enforce this rule, but, we'll see what's going on as that develops.
Yeah, I want to know who this committee is. Like, how do you get on this committee?
You have to be in the business for, X amount of time and contribute to the business, for so long.
Until Steven Spielberg and James Cameron are on that committee?
I'm pretty sure they are.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. If they're on it, okay, I believe in this committee. But if not, seems kind of strange. I can't wait for the day where it's Steven Spielberg, James Cameron, Brad Pitt.
I'm pretty sure Pitt is on there too.
As long as it's names that we know. Until it's filled with a name.
The committee is a huge thing, and it is filled with a bunch of names that we know.
Huge.
Yeah.
It needs to come down a little bit. It can't
needs to be narrowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you have hundreds, even 20. If you have 20 people on a committee, that's a little much.
Yeah, that is a bit much. That that's what happened with one of these local shows that one of our cousins was on. Too many cooks in the kitchen, pretty much. Yeah. You saw the one? You know the one I'm talking about? It was an MMA one. Yeah.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
It was long.
Yes, I remember. Because when it came on, there was a guy that was a senior in high school, and I was in 8th grade, but he was on there too.
Yeah.
So it was a huge thing. We had flyers up for him and everything.
Yeah. But same thing. There was too many cooks in the kitchen, but then again, there was too much food in the kitchen too. There was way too many people.
Yeah.
But
so it's come on, guys.
Yeah. Come on.
The Academy.
Learn
what
some
you're doing.
Learn some stuff. Let me see. I Know What You Did Last Summer released the new trailer for the spiritual sequel. Mm-hmm. Now, I say spiritual sequel as in, like, it's going to be a sequel set in the same world, not in that it's a ghost.
It could be.
Maybe.
It's been a long time, bro. This dude's been gone.
The third one was a ghost.
Exactly.
But it had nothing to do with the first two episodes, first two movies. But this one is going to have Freddie Prinze Jr. coming back, Jennifer Love Hewitt coming back.
Yes.
Sarah Michelle Gellar was approached to return, but she's like, "Dude, I'm dead. You showed me on ice." Like they tried so hard to get her back, and she's like, "Dude, I'm dead. What are you talking about?
Dead.
Like, I'm not in hiding. You showed me on the ice."
Yes.
And you know what? I kudos to her for, like, not just taking the guns. Yeah, she stuck to the guns. I have an immense respect for Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yes,
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Not only are they one of Hollywood's, like, longest running couples,
yes,
but they keep most of their private life out of the spotlight.
You never really hear about the drama.
Exactly. Like, dude, you know, those two are goals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they got a family. Like,
you
don't even know what the kids look like.
I know. I don't even either.
That's cool. Like, okay, yes, you're not, baking on your kids.
Yeah, which is nice. Like, these guys tremendous. But, I did start wondering, because of how, like, something you, I guess, slipped up saying, at what point could we possibly start calling movies in a franchise episodes? Kind of like how Star Wars does it. Like,
I think that if they take it upon themselves to call themselves episodes?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Then we could call them episodes.
See, I think anything after 3 movies. 3 movies or more, you could refer to it as an episode.
Fast and Furious episode 4.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Especially
if they can keep the storyline, like, kind of cohesive going through it all, that's an episode. Like John Wick.
John Wick. Okay. Mm-hmm. You know what? I can understand why you would think that. Yes. Mm-hmm. I might even start doing that. Yeah. Like on purpose this time. Mm-hmm. But anyway, back to I Know What You Did Last Summer. It is full of death, violence, and regret.
Yes.
Just like the original movies. This time, same deal happens. These kids, running over people left and right and dumping bodies. And maybe somebody next year comes out and starts, shooting people up with a grappling hook. Now, Freddie Prinze Jr. just pops up for a second, just at a town hall, and he's like, "We've had this type of violence before," and like he sounds like he's about to get some business done. And Jennifer Love Hewitt is there, and she ain't taking no crap from nobody. She's like, "Dude, what'd you do? Like, what did you guys do? What did you do last summer?" And like, she knows because she was there. She was there for both parts.
Yes.
All right.
So was Freddie.
So exactly. So they're like, like, we already know somebody screwed up. Somebody screwed up, and they're not having it. They're just like they're not playing with kid gloves. And so I'm excited for this one. Go ahead and check out that trailer for I Know What You Did Last Summer. The reboot comes out in July.
Oh,
yes.
This July?
Yes. Yeah. Like, a lot of things are coming out in this July.
It makes me feel sad for it.
I know, because it's going up against some powerhouses, man.
It's going up against Fantastic Four, Superman, Jurassic World.
I might be wrong. I think it's coming out in June.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that gives it
a little bit of space.
A little bit of breather.
Let me see. There is now, for fans of new IPs, there's this new film called Latency, which dude, it looks like a strange combination of Sword Art Online and the early 2000s movie Stay Alive with Frankie Muniz and Jason Goldberg. Yeah, it's an agoraphobic programmer, game tester, decides to test this new peripheral, and it attaches to the back of the neck and it reads brain patterns. And as it reads brain patterns, it gets smarter. So it's able to anticipate what the user is supposed to be doing, wants it to do in the video game. But as always, there's a little hitch. It starts messing with her mind. Or is she going crazy? You don't know. And I gotta tell you, man, I just watched the trailer and it was terrifying. It was like, I watched it at night and it was terrifying. Okay, like I watched it at night.
I watched it during the day.
Yeah,
during the day just now, and yeah, it was
It looks like a new version of Stay Alive, and when that movie came out, I could not play a game for at least a month.
If it is in fact like this, which it does seem like it is, I will respectfully, I must, kind of sadly, I apologize, but I will probably not be seeing it if it is like this movie. If it is like that movie.
Yeah.
Cannot do it. Still scarred from that.
Yeah, so once again, that movie was called Latency, and go ahead and check out that trailer right now as well. Dude, I don't think you'll be disappointed, okay? It kind of reminds me a little bit of an underground movie like Pulse, which that one was severely underrated, by the way. That's that one where the guy got paralyzed, watched his wife die, and this guy Dane DeHaan comes in and puts a computer chip in his neck to help govern his body.
I have not seen that.
Yeah,
I do not know.
You should watch that one. It's basically a new version of RoboCop with a screwed up twist at the end. Yeah, but yeah. So moving on, The Old Guard 2, the Charlize Theron led Netflix blockbuster from a few years ago, releases July 2nd on Netflix. I honestly don't know what it's about, but there promises to be action sequences and tight-fitting clothing. And what more do you need out of a superhero movie? You know what I mean? Let me see. Marvel News. The Wastelands set piece from Deadpool and Wolverine has not been dismantled. Rumors are suggesting that it is actually supposed to be used for an upcoming Avengers project. Whether or not that's Doomsday, Secret Wars, or some other thing that's supposed to be popping off, we don't know. But like I said, that is just a rumor as to what it's being used for. All we know for sure, it hasn't been dismantled yet.
All I'm saying, I'm still thinking that Doom's somewhere there. Doom could be there.
Doom could be somewhere there. You know what? He might be. There's a rumor going around that there's a rumor going around that Ben Affleck is supposed to be in this movie.
Yeah, I've been hearing that. I've been hearing that.
I haven't heard to be around. I haven't heard anything from a verifiable source about this. So I don't know whether take that with a huge grain of salt that Ben Affleck's going to be in any of these movies. But yeah, we'll see about that when it comes around.
I've been seeing theories that where they'd be thinking that perhaps Doom isn't really RDJ, that real Doom is chilling in Battle World, and somehow what do they call that? Dream walking or whatever with RDJ's corpse.
Oh man, you know what? That would be prime Doom behavior. All right, just to get one up on certain people.
That he's like dream walking through it because he's not leaving Battle World just yet or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'm for that. Especially because if they do give RDJ's Doom the like grotesque messed up face, I'm not a big fan of grotesque messed up face Doom. I like just one tiny scar Doom, basically Anakin scar Doom.
Yeah, like just to show his vanity.
Yeah, his vanity, yes. How much he like values himself, his perfectionist. Where it's like, sure, you get this mangled face that's like, oh, okay, dang, yeah, that's horrible. But then,
I would understand that. But like, if you have just like a small scar, maybe just like a small line here,
even one that looks kind of cool. Sometimes that looks pretty cool. Like Anakin's scar looks pretty cool.
Yeah, but like I've seen certain stories where that happens, and like everybody's all like, "Are you serious?" And he's like, "The Doom's visage is hideous. You cannot lay your eyes upon this." You know, things like that.
Just like,
but it just goes to show his vanity, his how full of himself he is.
It adds an extra oomph to his character, which I like. So I don't like the iterations that have him be like
super grotesque face. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Let me see. Thunderbolts, keeping in the MCU news, Thunderbolts, with the little asterisk, is the first MCU movie to feature the strong violence designation associated with a PG-13 movie. I'm kind of thinking, if Sentry and Void is involved, are we seeing people ripped in half?
I don't know if it was... Maybe it's just because of the ash shadows. So many ash shadows.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like,
or you think they PG'd it up for the trailers? That the ash shadows are just trailers.
Oh, you know what?
And there's a bunch of...
Yeah, that could be real. That could be true. Let me see here. Enola Holmes 3 moves into production with Millie Bobby Brown and Henry Cavill returning to the cast. And I don't know anything about the storyline, but I enjoyed the first two. My kids enjoyed the first two.
Pretty good.
Not bad. Yes. Not bad at all. I didn't like how there was almost no interaction between Moriarty and Holmes, though. You know what I mean? So maybe they'll fix that later. I don't know.
Who knows?
But, yeah, we'll see.
But come on, Henry. How much stuff you gonna do, man?
That dude is great. Like he's a new dad.
I love seeing you in things. I love seeing him in things. But yeah, he's like new dad. Got freaking Highlander. Got a grill. He's got what you call it Warhammer. He's got Enola Holmes. Like, bro, like come on, calm down.
Yeah, and like I said, he just got a grill. He's learning how to be a grill dad.
Yes, okay. He's handcrafting the cribs himself.
Exactly, and then he's building his own computers.
How does this guy find time?
Calm down. But yeah, like I'm thinking this dude is the hardest working man in Hollywood right now.
I believe so.
Yeah. Let me see. Predator Badlands released a trailer earlier this week that reveals a surprising connection to aliens that has been sorely missing since the acquisition of Disney. So, like, ever since Disney came around, releasing the alien movies, Prey, the not outright Predator movie, they haven't really crossed over in any meaningful way. They haven't really shown how they're interconnected, if at all.
Yes.
This time, though, in the trailer, they show a malfunctioning what looks to be as a synth, and it is showing the Weyland-Yutani logo
on the flip of the eyes.
Yeah, on the eyes, like flickering in the eyes, leading us to believe that this is taking place not only in the future, but also in the AVP universe rather than Solo Alien or Solo Predator universe. So. More on that as it develops, so, and we'll probably do a review on it.
There's possibility. I don't want to say too much about this because even though I saw like a video of someone talking about it, I couldn't really find anything else. But evidently, some people got shown like a special preview of it, like the first 20 minutes of it. And so evidently, from what they saw in the first 20 minutes, the main Predator, who I forget the name that they're calling him, but the main Predator is kind of on like a I need to prove myself mission, because evidently he trains with his brother at the very beginning, like some of the shots that you see in the trailer of him like doing sword play with another predator. Evidently that's supposed to be his brother, and his mate, and then their dad kind of looks down on the main predator that we're going to be going on this movie with, kind of like, you're a disappointment, you're horrible. So this predator, to prove himself, goes to the planet that they call the Death Planet, because it's supposed to have like the most dangerous life form ever, and everything on there is like meant to kill you. Basically the Australia planet of the world.
Okay.
So evidently that's why like it shows him like fighting tree limbs and whatnot, because even the trees are trying to kill you.
Oh snap.
So, and that the way Yutani comes into it is that evidently they already have like a outpost there, sort of like how you see in Alien Romulus. And that's where this android or synthetic comes in, is that the animal or life form that the predator's trying to kill already like basically wiped out that outpost, and that's why they're going to be buddying together, is because she's the only thing left, but also she may have information on how to take down this life form.
Okay.
So that's supposedly going to be some of it, which sounds cool.
This is speculation, but with the surprising ability of them to keep things under wrap, because until they released the trailer, the Secret Predator movie was only rumored.
Yeah.
Right? And it looks well formed by the time they got the trailer going. Are we seeing another AVP? Is the life form going to be a xenomorph?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Like, especially if it, like, it'd be cool if it does, but, and this is just me going off of like the big creature thingy that we saw in the, like in the trailer. I think it would be that, but then again, like, yeah, maybe it could be maybe that's why they call it the Death Planet. Maybe this planet is the planet
of that
like they did stuff on, and they're just like, you know what? We don't go there. It's too much. I can see this.
Possibly.
The secret twist. Kind of like how Ryan Reynolds wanted it to be a secret twist that the Deadpool and Wolverine movie was a Deadpool and Wolverine movie. That this movie would be a secret AVP movie. I see where you're coming from.
You see what I'm stepping in?
Yes.
You smell what I'm stepping in?
Mm-hmm. I'm smelling you. You're sweating a lot. I'm
my body temperature is going like really high right now, and then like in a second I'm about to get like really, really cold. So yeah, I'm still not all the way better, but I'm feeling a hell of a lot better than I was the past few days.
That's still good. He's alive. He's living.
I was dead yesterday. Dude, I slept for 12 and a half hours.
But at least you finally watched The Accountant.
I did. Mm-hmm. I did watch The Accountant. Very good movie.
Yes.
Not overrated. Mm-hmm. Like everybody was telling me, "Oh my gosh, it's so good." I was surprisingly met well with expectations. Mm-hmm. Well within expectations.
That's what I'm telling you.
Moving on. A rumor about David Fincher's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood sequel to be supposedly is going to be titled The Continuing Adventures of Cliff Booth, and will feature Brad Pitt continuing as the character as in his role as Hollywood's studio fixer. So we'll see what happens there. I still need to finish the first one, but I have not heard a negative thing about it aside from the portrayal of Bruce Lee.
Yeah, the Bruce Lee thing. Which, I mean, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it was one of those movies where it's like, okay, I watched it. Happy I watched it. Good movie. But I don't see the urge to watch it again.
Yeah.
But it's still a good movie.
Right, and in a surprising move, Bloodsport and Peacemaker are going to be making a new movie together. Idris Elba and John Cena are going to be starring in a new movie called Heads of State, where each of them plays a foreign ambassador by Elba and President of the United States by John Cena. John Cena's character is a former action movie star.
Very Arnold Schwarzenegger-like.
Yes. It actually looks really funny, really entertaining. Basically, stuff happens. They crash land, and they crash land in a foreign territory, and they got to get out. And it's basically Rush Hour, but higher stakes. And you can't tell me that. You know what I mean?
It's not kung fu.
It's
not Jackie Chan.
It's like the spirit of it. It's that unlikely buddy cop movie, and then you throw Jack Wade's crazy character in there, and it looks even better.
Yep, but Jack Wade, yes.
Yeah, Jack Wade, he's popping off.
He's getting at everything.
Yeah, he's popping off.
I'm for it.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. Let me see here. A new adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's Herbert West Reanimator is in the offing. From Adam Simon and Tim Metcalf of The Haunting in Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Now, I've only ever seen the original. The one from the 80s, I think it was, or late 70s. I can't remember.
Yes.
And it scared me. Not gonna lie, it scared me.
I've never seen it.
Never seen it? It's worth a watch. Just because it's one of those body horror films that's actually good. But for the time. But yeah, it's an H.P. Lovecraft movie, so there's like some tricky stuff going on.
Yes.
But yeah, it's supposedly this is going to be a new series of elevated genre picks, according to Deadline. So more on that as it develops. But I'm kind of excited. Seeing a new version of H.P. Lovecraft. I mean, H.P. Lovecraft's Herbert West, because dude, the comics whenever they come out. They're good too. I mean, they get a crossover with Hack and Slash. They did crossover with Evil Dead, all kinds of stuff.
Evil Dead.
Yeah. In the world of TV and streaming, in Reacher news, according to Screen Rant, in an interview with Jennifer Salk, head of Amazon Studios, she stated, "We'll have Alan as long as he will play Jack Reacher. Hopefully, that's for a very, very, very long time. suggesting that a season 4 renewal may be confirmed soon. So, I'm kind of excited. I still need to see season 3, but I've heard glowing reviews.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be more of a very, very long time, not necessarily a very, 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 very long time. Only because of the fact that this dude gets huge to play him.
And
there's only
putting a lot of strain on it.
There's only so much you can. There's only so big you can get, and only so long that you can get that for. So it's like I'd still, I'd be happy with like another. Because also too, he's like what, mid 40s?
I think he's mid 40s,
mid 40s almost.
Something like that, late 30s, mid 40s, something like that.
Yeah.
Because well, you know what? Hugh Jackman can do it.
Hugh Jackman gets ripped, but he doesn't get Reacher ripped. Like,
you're right. You know what? I don't know. I think it's how they shoot him.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know, man. I think he gets about the same.
No, because like I even follow Alan Richardson on like social medias and all that, and so like every now and then, because he does this thing where it's like every Sunday, and sometimes he'll do like little motivational stuff, because like the dude kind of like suffers from like mood swings and all that too.
Yeah.
So like he'll do like little like motivational stuff, which I like each Sunday, and sometimes he'll do it with like either his like shirtless stuff, because he's got to pander to both audiences,
I guess.
To all audiences, and it's just like, dude, that dude is that freaking huge. Like it's not like the way he's being shot or whatever.
I do the same thing by keeping my shirt on.
That's why I do too. Like I just.
Oh, you shut up! I've seen.
You gotta say it like that. Just makes it weird. I can still be self-conscious about my body. Okay, we can't all be as confident as Mater.
Mater?
Yeah.
Oh, she wants me for my body.
She just wants me for my body. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yes, like I'm just saying, like I'm totally for it for however long he wants to do it. I just hope it doesn't end up being one of those situations where he's just like, I just hope he knows when to like. Okay, let me just.
Yeah. Well,
I would like to still
to pull the ripcord on it.
Yeah, because like obviously I'm pretty sure he would like to still keep doing it for like.
Yeah.
Forever. But yeah, at some point with how much he puts on for it, the prep that he does, it's just kind of like, dude, come on, let's for your health, let's.
I see him on Instagram. Like I follow him on Instagram, and yeah, he does go through it, man. Yeah, he does a lot.
Yeah. But yes, I'm for all the seasons. Like I'm like halfway through.
I just want to see him be another superhero. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, like I want to see him be another superhero.
I would be okay with him coming back as Aquaman. Okay.
Dude, make him Booster Gold.
I mean, he would have been a good Booster Gold.
He'd kill it in pretty much anything.
But we already got a Booster Gold.
Except Superman. I don't think he could be Superman.
Really?
I don't think he could.
Aquaman talk, bro.
No. It's not the Aquaman talk. I don't think he could do Superman.
I believe he could. Them acting chops, bro.
No. I like he doesn't exude that glow from within.
I think he could. I totally think he could.
To me, Christopher Reeves had that glow, where it's
yes, obviously,
you know what I mean.
That's
Christopher
Superman,
Reeves, yeah, like Christopher Reeves had that glow about him, and almost none of them have had it except Brandon Routh. Henry Cavill kinda had it, but like none of the other ones did. Dean Cain didn't.
I think something that kept Henry Cavill from getting that like feel was just we didn't see him much as not Superman.
Yeah.
Because like for Christopher Reeve, we got the scenes where he's Superman, the scenes where he's Clark. You got that like, oh, okay, this is the man turns it on. He brings the Superman-ness out. We didn't get that with Henry.
It's true.
But I feel like we could get that if Alan Richardson did it. I'd be for it. Like just imagine the dude.
I'd be open to seeing it, but like off the top of my head, I don't see it.
Just imagine him being like not necessarily, as like get out when he's Clark, but just like how freaking like he could do the flip flopping back and forth.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. He's got range. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about like
his exudingness,
like his
he
doesn't
aura,
exude that hope.
As they say nowadays. You don't think he could aura farm?
I don't think so. Not the way. Not like Christopher Reeves could. You know what I mean?
No disrespect to any like actor now or that will ever play him, but like in my mind, no one's gonna get to that level of that man was Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Wednesday season 2. The teaser reveals August 6th for the release date of Part 1, with September being the release window for Part 2.
Yes.
In the teaser, we get a little review, a little preview of, new powers, returning interests, and Enid Sinclair. So, yeah, it looks like a good time.
Yes.
Let me see. Reborn as a Vending Machine anime season 2 has a release window of July 2025. Now, I love this anime. It is so off the wall. It is so weird. Definitely give the first season a try. Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss are getting more seasons and more support from Amazon Studio, with Hell of a Boss getting released on Amazon first and then released on YouTube in its season's entirety after airing on Amazon in a like a joint deal with them. And Has Been Hotel has actually been renewed for multiple seasons. Now, when season 2 comes out, we don't know. It's still up in the air. But, they're throwing more money at it. They're throwing more support for it. So it looks good. Like, I watched it. I actually watched it, and it's good. I like it. I'm not a musical guy. Yeah. But it's good.
I'm not a musical person either, but
Stranger Things Tales from 85 animated series has been announced from Netflix. I don't know if anybody from the cast is supposed to be voicing anybody. I couldn't find any information on that. Did you?
No, I couldn't really either.
To the randomness.
I think we skipped over Pacific Rim, though.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't remember saying that. Pacific Rim, the sequel series or prequel series that we talked about last week, we did end up finding out is going to be live action. Which is pretty cool.
I don't know how this is going to work because Idris Elba is supposed to be involved, and he is significantly older.
They put that Just for Men on him, and he looks the same.
I mean, like the dude aged like fine wine. I'm not going to lie, but like he still looks older.
That Just for Men, bro,
for an entire season.
Yes,
for an entire season.
The Just for Men. Plus, like all the technology we got now, they could like do a little bit of deep things.
That seems like a lot of money, though,
bro. With how much they be spending on TV shows now.
Yeah, you're right.
Like even if it came out being like, oh, the series costs like $2 million, it's like, oh, okay, nowadays that's not that bad. Especially with what is going into it. Like if you get all the mechs in that, like this is gonna be an expensive series anyway. So
that is true. Let me see. Moving on to the random stuff. Alliance Entertainment backs out of the bid for Diamond Comics. No reason cited.
Say goodbye, sir.
So Diamond has not made this going bankrupt thing easy on anybody.
Diamond's business practices are just strange.
And like them trying to stop Alliance in the first place was baffling. But then again, I'm just some dumb guy from Texas. I don't know the inner workings of business aside from
at least that big business.
Aside from like you're bankrupt and this guy's trying to buy you. Shut up and take the money. You know what I mean? So no word yet on if Universal, the backup bidder, is going to be involved anymore. But yeah, Alliance pulled out. And nobody knows why. They probably just got tired of it.
Later, sir. They're probably like, we can just fine, be that way. We can get everything when you're officially gone.
for like pennies on the dollar.
Exactly.
Maybe. Let me see. Moving on, Joe Quesada launches a shared Shakespeare. I was watching a scary movie last night. Shakespeare. Joe Quesada launches a shared Shakespeare comic universe with the first release titled Disciple, which is a prequel to Hamlet with new and exciting twists.
Exactly.
Published by Amazing Comics. Now, from what I understand, he's actually getting quite a few fantastic writers and artists involved with this. J. Michael Straczynski. J. Michael Straczynski's involved. Dan Panosian is one of the artists involved as well. And it just goes on and on. There's so many names involved that I really forgot. Yeah, it's an ensemble, and each of them is going to be taking on a different aspect, a different corner of this shared Shakespeare universe.
Because already Shakespeare kind of does have, like, if you're really familiar with Shakespeare's stuff, he kind of does have characters that appear in, like, other ways. There's kind of tie-ins where you're just like, hey, isn't that person from here? Or didn't they kind of mention this over there? And this is just, it seems, from what it was saying, like, kind of like a a passion project of Quesada and all these other people, where they're just like, hey,
we got time.
We got money. Let's see how well we can like actually mesh all the stuff together and the whole thing of it. And like, I'm not big of a Shakespeare fan. Like, obviously, I've read like Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, and all that because they made us do that in school.
Yeah.
But I'm for this. I'm ready to like. I'd be willing to see how it goes.
I really want to read Romeo versus Juliet. It's in the back right there.
My favorite Romeo and Juliet adaptation is Nomeo and Juliet.
Nomeo? Oh, that's the No movie. Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay. So moving on, a couple video game news. Ghosts of Yotei, a standalone sequel, a spiritual sequel, if you will, to Ghost of Tsushima is going to be released this year on October 2nd for the PS5. Now, this is a widely anticipated game. It's been pushed back a couple times, and I don't mind when a game is pushed back, okay? I really don't.
I don't mind when anything is pushed back.
Yeah, like, as long as the finished product is good, I don't mind when it gets pushed back. You know what I mean? Like, but when Cyberpunk released and a bunch of people were like, we got, like, y'all guys pushed everything back for this?
Yes.
And then, like, you didn't get anything good out of it for, like, what, 6 months? Yeah. So, yeah, I'm okay with it being pushed back, but... Ghost of Yotei, it highly anticipated. It looks really good. So, super excited. And maybe we'll do a little bit of a review if I'm able to get it. Let me see. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, not Skyrim, was stealthily released last Monday, April 21st. And at its peak on release day, it had 180,000 concurrent players on Steam. Now, not only that, but there has been reports saying that on its first day, it actually sold 280,000 units, somewhere around there. So, without any advertising, it sold over 250,000 units. So,
taking it back to the old days with that, man.
Yeah, man, that's insane.
It's like early 2000s stuff.
Yeah. Like stealth releases, that's insane. Is it Bethesda that does ESO?
I think so.
They're like hold my drink and they're like watch this, and they did it. Like freaking insane.
I know. And sometimes, especially now, because a lot of people be dogging on Bethesda a little bit now because they kind of becoming very hit or miss.
Yeah.
Mainly came after the Fallout 76.
Yeah, Fallout 76.
Was it was 76.
I think it's still around, but like people are modding it and stuff. I don't know what's going on.
It is still around. Like I remember it got like a little resurgence once the show came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we're even offering it for like $9 when the show came out. But okay, Bethesda, maybe they're finally starting to get
they're getting their groove back?
Getting the groove back.
All right.
Maybe this is a trend towards video game companies being like, you know what? People are bashing on us, bro. We got to do something.
That is true. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, like one of our friends has already said, don't call me, don't text me for 2 weeks. Joseph?
Yep. So
he's going to be incommunicado. But yeah. So that about does it for all the news for today. Anything that we're missing?
So, not really. Nothing besides just like if you went to go see the re-release of Star Wars, it's evidently doing amazing. It's the only thing that beat it is the movie Sinners. Is Michael B. Jordan's Sinners.
Oh yeah.
Right now, it's tracking to be the biggest re-release of all time.
Opening night was about 35 million.
Even The Accountant 2 didn't beat it.
I know. That's kind of surprising on that one.
I don't know because at the same time,
it's Star Wars. Yeah, that's true.
At the same time, this is Star Wars. Not only is it Star Wars, but it's Episode 3, man. It is the most meme-ified Star Wars there is. Like the buddies that I went with, like within the first like 10 minutes alone, they're all leaning over, being all like, "So many memes right now, and we're not
Have they never even seen it?
Well, they've seen it, but they never saw it in theaters.
Oh, okay.
So it's like it was like one of those things where I was kind of sad because I had to do it once because one of my buddies, like the popcorn, they didn't get enough napkins, so it bled through. Oh. And I had to make a run to go get new napkins, but I was all like, hey, since I actually saw it first time around, I was like 6 years old when it first came out, but I still remember it because it was that great. I was like, since I first saw it, like since I've seen it in theaters already, I'll run to go get the stuff. But yeah, just like them being all like, every like 5 minutes, they're like, that was a meme, that's a meme, and like they'd laugh at it at that, and I'm just like, guys, and think about like y'all laughing at it with the added effect of it being a meme, but we were just laughing about it because it was just that funny back in the day. Yeah, like, it was just that good.
Dude, when Obi-Wan, you know, pops out with his pops out of the ship at the end, he's doing the catwalk strut down. Yeah, that's like, funny.
Yeah,
and then like somebody like I just saw a video, I just saw a clip somewhere where somebody put I'm bringing sexy back whenever Obi-Wan was on the screen.
Just now. Yeah. I saw that, and it's like, bruh.
And it's like.
Yeah, the movie's just so great. And like,
so good.
It's funny because like I started following. I didn't even know it was one of his daughters, but I've like followed one of his daughters on social media a bit, and she's pretty cool. She like replies back a lot too. And after I saw the thing, I I commented on one of her videos. I was like, "You ever make fun of your dad for the fact that he tried to kick a robot?" And she replied back. She was like, "Yes, I do." And I was like, "Yes, that's so great." And then like, yeah, like I remember watching it, telling my buddies leaning over. I was like, "Guys, I just found out about this the other day. If you look in the background, one of the droids is gonna tap his buddy because he's like, yo, check it. You can't miss Grievous lighting his stuff." And that stuff is just like, that's like the icing on the cake, because it's like, bro, you know, someone had to animate, like someone CG'd that. Someone had to be like, I'm gonna do this.
Was it Lucas? Did he tell them to do it, or did they just like add it in because, you know, it's the Roger Rogers?
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh yeah, it's so great.
Okay.
I haven't gone to see like re-releases of movies in theaters a lot. Honestly, besides this, the only other ones I went to go see were the Lord of the Rings movies. But it's just like, yeah, it gave me that feel of like, okay, this is why you go to a re-release.
Yeah. I think I tried to go see the Matrix one, but it was sold out by the time I got there. Like, I was so mad. I think that's the only one I tried to go to. But I want to go to see, if any of the Naked Gun ones come up around the next one, I want to go see that. That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty good. Yeah.
All right. So I think that about does it for our nerdy news with Z's tonight.
Kind of a short one.
Yeah, kind of a short one, but you know, I'm over here dying a little bit. So we will see you guys next time. If you like the Rantings, Ravings, 2 Madmen, go ahead and give us a like, follow, share us with your friends, and we will see y'all next time. Later.
Peace out.